to me. Come here.
All right, so hi Cassidy, how are you today?
Great, how are you?
I'm doing good. So it's such a pleasure to have you on the show today. Can you tell me a little bit about yourself? How old you are, where you come from, and
Oh, this stuff is so much fun. Okay, so my name's Cassidy Lacey. I'm 21 years old. I live in St. Mary's County.
Okay.
And I grew up on a huge family farm. My dad's one of 9 brothers and sisters.
Wow.
And all of my family, my great aunts, my great uncles, my mama, my cousins, my sister just built a house on the farm. So
Nice.
we're very connected and always together.
Nice. That's what's up. What school did you go to?
Chopticon.
Okay.
And I graduated in 2016.
Okay, nice. So you're fairly fresh out of high school, kind of, but
4
not really.
years.
Yeah.
Time is flying.
Yeah. So, can you tell me a little bit about what you're doing now, or as far as your title? Are you a model? Are you an entertainer? What would you define yourself as your title?
So I am on the right track to be a top international model.
Okay.
Right now I'm an international model, meaning I work with a designer in Mexico and the Dominican Republic,
Okay.
and I met those 2 connections while modeling in New York Fashion Week, February of 2019.
Okay.
So that was a lot of fun because at first I was just like doing shoots around the DMV area, traveling to New York. I do travel to the West Coast too
Okay.
to do Fashion Week out there.
Okay.
But then this past February is when I met with the 2 international designers, and I kept that relationship very strong. So
Yes.
I want to be that top
As
international
you
model.
should. Yes, ma'am. And so, when did you discover your passion for modeling? When did you know, like, okay, I want to be a model and this is what I'm going to do? So when did you discover that?
When I was 7 years old.
Wow.
Yep.
That was young.
I always wanted to. My mom said as soon as I could pick up a pencil, I was picking up makeup. Lip gloss, eyeliner, it was all over my face. But then school always came first, so I didn't really pursue it. Growing up, I would like, oh, hey, here I am, like, take my picture. But then once I graduated high school, I was like, okay, it's time to live my dream.
Nice.
I've always talked about it. Everyone in my family knew I was going to be one day, but it wasn't until I graduated and I was like, let's start some photo shoots.
Yes, that's nice. And you have, all of the quality, blue eyes, blonde hair. Are you naturally blonde?
This is my natural hair color,
Okay.
the dark brown.
Okay.
But I was platinum probably a week ago.
Okay.
And then I was like, you know what? I need to make myself different. I need to
Yeah.
stand out a little bit more.
Yeah.
So I figured putting dark in my hair would make my eyes pop. Maybe
Yeah.
might add some age. I kind of need it. But
Okay. So what type of model are you? Are you fashion or editorial, runway, catwalk, commercial, swimsuit?
so I do high-end fashion, which is in New York.
Okay.
LA Fashion Week, I did one lingerie, and then I also do like high-end fashion, lifestyle, and beauty. Beauty and high-end fashion is my passion though. Like,
Okay.
I love it.
Okay. Why?
Just because like the beauty process, you get all dolled up and it's only your face. You don't have to worry about how your posture is, I can wear sweatpants, do a beauty shoot. Like,
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
And then like on the runway, I really like that because you're so busy. You're working from 5 a.m. and then you're not done until like after midnight.
Yeah.
But after it's all over with and you see your pictures and like you're like getting introduced to celebrities and you have, who was at my show? There's just so many celebrities who are at the shows and the after parties. It's also worth it.
Yeah.
It gives you that little rush inside.
Yeah, I could definitely, like, I don't know. Have you ever, well, I know that you probably have seen, like, the Victoria's Secret.
Oh, man, I wish I could. I so wish I could be one day.
You will. You have to speak it. You'll do it.
But there's a lot of qualifications to get to it, and you have to be super, super tiny. And I'm already a very petite girl, and I cannot see my health-wise. You have to think what's best for you and your body.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about, like, what are some of the expectations that models are supposed to meet? Like, weight, height. What are some of those expectations that they look for?
They look for girls who are 6 foot.
Okay.
I'm only 5'6".
Okay.
And I always ask the designers, I'm like, why do you pick me? I'm like 5'6" barely, and you want me to go up against all these 6 foot, 6'2" girls. And they said I have a special look that other girls don't have.
Yeah.
I was in New York, and one of the guys said, are you Sweden? And he started speaking to me in his language. And I was like, no, sir, I'm from St. Mary's County. And everyone's like, where is that at? I'm like, I'm a country girl. So they call me the country model sometimes. Like, when I'm in New York, they're like, oh, that's a country girl.
That's funny. All right, so what do you think is most challenging about being a model and, having to have that look and, what do you think is the most challenging part?
Sticking to your schedule would be the most challenging part.
Mm-hmm.
So today's a perfect example. I got up at 6 a.m., had to get myself ready, meet with sponsors, have meetings,
Mm-hmm.
and then you travel, you're on the road for a couple hours a day, and then you have to figure out, when can I eat, when can I drink water, do I have time to go to the bathroom?
Yeah.
That's the biggest challenge I face, because it's like, when do I have time to make sure I'm eating, going to the bathroom, drinking water, like keeping myself healthy, because during New York Fashion Week, you'll get yelled at for eating a strawberry.
Yeah.
And I got yelled at for eating a strawberry before.
Wow.
So that's like the hardest part, is like making sure you come first.
Okay. And so do you do modeling full time or what do you do outside of modeling?
So outside of modeling, I'm a dental assistant.
Okay.
I'm with pediatrics again. I love working with children. Teeth have always been like my passion. And you have great teeth, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
Love them.
Thank you
You're
so
welcome.
much.
And then the other big thing, I'm professional model, dental assistant, and the biggest surprise is I'm official state finalist for Miss Maryland USA 2020.
I was gonna tell the fans and viewers about that, which is really, really big. That's a huge.
It's huge.
That's a huge
It's
thing.
very big.
So before we get there, I know that you walked at the New York Fashion Week for 2 years, 2019 and 2018, correct? And you modeled a dress that was actually featured in Cosmo magazine. Can you tell me about that experience and how that made you
feeling
feel?
was incredible, because I actually wore that dress to a evening party,
Mm-hmm.
just to like show it off, and then the next day I was supposed to wear a completely other dress.
Mm-hmm.
I was not supposed to wear that on the runway, and another girl had the dress on, and then I had on my princess dress, as I call it, because I was super poofy. And the guy was like, switch. I had a second to change into it before I ran out on that runway.
Wow.
And just to be able to capture that moment, and he really wanted me to wear it, it truly meant something to my heart. So I still keep in contact with that designer. His name is Jorge.
Okay.
And he is the cutest, nicest person I've ever met. Him and their team, they're incredible. They make everything by hand, and they're in Mexico.
Wow. Nice. I couldn't imagine that feeling. I know you felt really, really special.
I didn't know it was on Cosmo until after I got off the runway.
Wow.
Because they were like, that was in Cosmo. I was like, no, it wasn't. They're like, yes, it was.
That's what's up. So also you modeled for a very talented designer who is international as well, Laura Panay. Excuse me if I said that incorrectly.
That's correct,
And you were featured in a Spanish magazine called Nova. Say it for me.
I don't even know how to say it. It's such an
Nova
honor,
Dates.
though.
I'll just say that. So how was that? And what was that experience
That was
like?
2 days after I got off the runway. And I called my dad and I said, Dad, I'm on the front cover of a magazine. He said, don't tell me it's that picture. I said, it's that picture. And it just meant the whole world to me, because I can't personally read Spanish, but others can. And to share that moment with others and just making the connections means the absolute world to me.
Nice.
It's all about connections in modeling or acting, any entertainment. It's all about connections and who knows who and how do you know them.
Yeah. And so where do you see yourself in 5 years with your career?
So I will be a title holder for 1 year, going to Miss USA. We're going to think positive here. And then I just want to model. I want to model full time.
Nice.
That's where my heart's at. I want to be that girl on the billboard. You walk in New York. New York's not my place. I don't like it there. But everyone has a preference. But I want to be on the billboard. Just doing, I can see myself on American Eagle.
Yeah.
Wearing some ripped up jeans and a white t-shirt. I can see that being me.
So what is the process? And running for Miss Maryland USA, that's a huge thing. So what is that journey like? Like, what is the journey and the process of even getting started with something like that?
So I was in New York, and one of my best friends, she was like, Cassidy, you should do pageants, because she just got crowned for Miss Queen Beauty DC.
Okay.
And she was like, you're a pageant girl. You're the girl on the runway who's always smiling, like, hey, look at me. Here I am. Take my picture. That's truly me. I'm all smiles on the runway. But for her, she has a very just straightforward model face.
Mm-hmm.
So I was thinking about it, I was like, you know what, I could be doing pageants right now. Like, I fit that personality perfectly. I've always wanted to as well, but I always thought it was so expensive.
Yeah.
But then once I announced it to my community, I have a total of 7 sponsors willing to help me out, pay for my hotel, for food for 3 days. They're helping me so much.
Yeah.
So it's definitely a journey.
Yeah.
I never expected to be on it, but I'm so grateful because the friends I've made, the connections, I'm learning about where we come from, and just the culture. It's just beautiful.
Yeah. And so I see you wore your shirt, your Miss Maryland USA
I sure did.
contestant shirt. It's so cute. And you have your sponsors on the back.
Correct.
Shout out to the sponsors.
A little hard to turn around, but that's okay.
Yes. All right. So thank you so much for opening up and telling me a little bit about you. Now I kind of want to ask you some fun questions.
Oh, I
we're
like
gonna
this part.
we're gonna do like some one-word responses, and if you want to elaborate, you can.
Okay.
All right. So, and these are off the wall. So, if you could be any animal, what would it be?
A dog.
Why?
Because
Any animal?
They live the life. They're spoiled. They have some dog houses have air conditioning.
Oh my gosh.
They are just spoiled.
I didn't think you were going to say that, especially like
Really?
from you living on the farm. Yeah. I don't know. I didn't expect you to say dog.
Oh my gosh, I would love to. That'd be awesome.
All right. If you could use one word to describe yourself, what word would it be?
Confident.
Nice. I like that. Okay. If you could be someone else for 1 week, dead or alive, who would you be?
Ooh, this is a tough one. This is really tough. I don't think I know the answer to that.
Do you have any models that you look up to or that motivate you?
Candace Swanpel,
Okay.
Victoria's Secret. She's the head model.
Okay.
She has a beautiful family now, and she's still modeling. I'm like, that's what I want to be one day. I want to model while I'm young, then start a family and just jump right back into it, and that's what I want to be.
Nice. Okay, so the last thing is, if you had 30 seconds to tell the whole world one thing or whatever you want to tell them for 30 seconds, what would it be? And you could look in the camera when you do that.
Let me take a moment.
Okay.
So if I could say just for 30 seconds what I want to do, tell the world, I would say my platform. It means the absolute world to me. So here I am, long blonde hair, strong and confident. I was not this strong and confident when I was in high school. I was bullied. I was made fun of. I had really bad acne. And now it's my time to help these girls who don't have a strong family back home, help them out. I'm a part of the Dream Queen Association program, and we're a teen mentorship program. And I'll go to different high schools in the area to just talk about bullying and self-esteem and building up their confidence. I've known since I was 7 years old I want to be a model, and I did not let anyone stop me. You go for them dreams.
Nice. Thank you so much,
You're
Cassidy.
welcome.
You are beautiful. You have a beautiful soul. And I wish you the best of luck for becoming Miss Maryland USA. I know that you'll
Thank
get it. Yes,
I
yes.
appreciate it so much. Thanks for having me today.
No problem.
Killed it.